जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भारतखण्डे मेदिभूतस्य सुमेरो दक्षिणे लवणालवस्योत्तरे कोणे गंगायाः पश्चिमे भागे श्रीथाणे ग्रामे शिवगृह ब्राह्मण वैष्णव वन्य सन्निधौ एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायास्यः शुभतिथौ श्री श्री राधा गोविंद प्रीत्यर्थं नित्य होमं वयं करिष्ये। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा की जय। ओम ह्रव्यादमग्निं प्रहिणोमि दूरं यमराज गच्छतु विप्रवाहः।
निरंजन माचिस दो ना लाइटर आपका
लक्ष्मण ओम वैष्णवनामाग्नियः गच्छाग्ने त्वं वैष्णवनामासि श्री विष्णोस्ति जीवाय। ओम वैष्णवनामाग्ने हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। सर्वशास्त्राभिपीयूष सर्ववेदैकसत्फला सर्वसिद्धान्तरत्नाढ्य सर्व कैकदृक्पदा स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम सर्वभागवत प्राण श्रीमद्भागवत प्रभो कलिध्वान्तो दिदादित्य श्रीकृष्ण परिवर्तित स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम परमानंद पाटनाय प्रेम भक्षक्षराय ते सर्वन्दा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तुते स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम मदेकबन्धो मत्सङ्गिन् मद्गुरो मद्महादन मन्निष्ठारक मद्भाग्य मदानन्द नमोस्तुते स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम असाधु साधु दत्तायन्नति नीचोच्चतारक हानमुञ्च कदाचिन्मा प्रेम्णारुत्कण्ठयो सुरः स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम अहमेवासमेवाग्रे नान्यद्यत् असत्परं पश्चादहं एतच्च यो अवशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहं स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम ऋतेरुतं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यादात्मनो माया यथा भासो यथा तमः स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु चाश्वशेषु प्रविष्टानि अप्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेष्वहं स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम एतावदेव जिज्ञासं तत्त्व जिज्ञासनात्मनः अन्वयव्यतिरेकाभ्यं यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम। आज के जो 8 श्लोक हैं तीसरे स्कंद भागवत के 9वें अध्याय 24, 25 और फिर 13वां अध्याय से प्रारंभ। नाभिरुदाद इह सतो अंभासि यस्य पुंसो विज्ञानशक्तिरहमासमनंत शक्तिः रूपं विचित्रम् इदमस्य विवृतो मे मारिदिशिष्ट निगमस्य गिरां विसर्गः स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम सोऽसावभद्र करुणो भगवान् विवृद्ध प्रेम स्मितेन नयनाम्बुरुहं विजृम्भन् उठाय विश्व विजयाय चलो विषदं माध्या गिरापनयते तत्पुरुषः पुराणः स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम ऋषयौचुः जीतं जितं ते अजितयत्यः भावना त्रयीं तनुं स्वां परिधुन्वते नमः यद् रमागर्तेषु निलियुरधयस्तस्मै नमः कारण शुकराय ते स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम रूपं त्वयैतन्ननु दुष्कृतात्मनां दुर्दर्शनं देव यत् अध्वरात्मकं छन्दांसि यस्य त्वचि बर्हिरोमसु आज्यं दृशीत्वं हृषु चातुर्हस्त्रं होत्रं स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम स्रक्तुण्ड आसीश्रुव ईशनासयो इडोदरे इडोदरे चमसा कर्णरन्ध्रे प्रासीतरम् अस्ये ग्रसने ग्रहस्तुते यत् श्रवणं ते भगवन्नग्निहोत्रं स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम दीक्षानुजन्मोपसदन् शिरोधरं त्वं प्रायणीयोदनधन्यात्रंष्ट्रः जिह्वा प्रवर्गस्य तव शीर्षकं ततोः सत्यावसत्यं चितयो समोहिते स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम सोमस्तुर्ते सवनानि अवस्थिति सुमे संस्था विभेदस्तव देव धातवः सत्राणि सर्वाणि शरीरसन्धे त्वं सर्वयज्ञक्रतुरिष्टिबन्धनः स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम नमो नमस्ते किल मन्त्रदेवता द्रव्याय सर्वकृतवे क्रियात्मने वैराग्य भक्त्यात्मजयानुभाविता ज्ञानाय विद्या गुरवे नमो नमः स्वाहा इदं विष्णवे इदं न मम ॐ पूर्णं होमं यशसे विष्णवे जुहोमि योऽस्मै विष्णवे जुहोमि सवरम् अस्मै ददाति विष्णुवरं वृणे यशसभामि लोको स्वाहा नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च जगद्दिताय कृष्णाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लाददायि प्रह्लाददायि हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षः शिलाकङ्कणखालये शिलाकङ्कणखालये तो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह केशवद्रीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 श्री नरसिंह भगवान की जय, भक्त श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। क्षमा याचना करते हुए ओम अज्ञानिनां मया दोषां नशेषां विहितान् हरे क्षमस्तत्वं क्षमस्तत्वं शेषशैलशिखामणे ओम अज्ञानिनां मया दोषां नशेषां विहितान् हरे क्षमस्तत्वं क्षमस्तत्वं शेषशैलशिखामणे ओम अज्ञानिनां मया दोषां नशेषां विहितान् हरे क्षमस्तत्वं क्षमस्तत्वं शेषशैलशिखामणे। भार्गव नरसिंहा भार्गव नरसिंहा भार्गव नरसिंहा भार्गव नरसिंहा भार्गव नरसिंहा भार्गव नरसिंहा भगवत 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 नरसिंहा योगा नरसिंहा योगा नरसिंहा योगा नरसिंहा योगा नरसिंहा पावन नरसिंहा पावन नरसिंहा पावन नरसिंहा पावन नरसिंहा करांजन सिंहा करांजन सिंहा करांजन सिंहा करांजन सिंहा समुद्रं गच्छः पहली बार आवृत्ति ओम शीतलो भव ओम त्वं शीतलो भव ओम त्वं शीतलो भव ओम त्वं शीतलो भव स्वाध्याय प्रथम स्कंद का जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जना यशोधनन्दन व्रज जन रंजन यशोधनन्दन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे राधे, जय राधा गोविंद जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा, जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, जय लक्ष्मी जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय, जय गौरानिताय जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि जय जय प्रभुपाद प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद की। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त श्रीराधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। In the previous chapter, we saw that how Parikshit Maharaj got cursed by Shringi Rishi, the son of Shamik Rishi. Was Parikshit Maharaj. When he went to the forest, he was very thirsty. Apparently, it seems to be he's thirsty, but actually, Parikshit Maharaj is a great devotee. No thirst and no hunger can afflict him. It's all a plan of Krishna because Srimad Bhagavatam has to appear. So Srimad Bhagavatam has to be spoken. This is why it's all plan of Krishna. So Parikshit Maharaj goes. He finds there is a hermitage, but there Shamik Rishi is engrossed in his meditation. He is not even bothered to see who has come because he was so much engrossed in meditation. It was not his fault also. But then, out of anger, Parikshit Maharaj just kept a dead snake over his neck and came back. When he comes back, he's so upset about his own behavior. Why did he do this? He was repenting on his behavior. At the same time, there, Shringi Rishi cursed Parikshit that Parikshit will be killed by a snake bird in 7 days. But after cursing, he comes to Shamik Rishi and cries a lot. Then Shamik Rishi opens his eyes and sees what happened to his son. Why is he crying so much? Because the son understood that he has done a very great mistake. Parikshit Maharaj is a king. He has all the authority to punish. But the punishment what Shringi Rishi has given to Parikshit Maharaj is very, very severe. Just because a dead snake has been put on the neck of his father, he has cursed a death penalty for him. He should be dead. So when he comes to Shamik Rishi opens the eyes, he very coolly keeps the dead snake aside and he says, what happened? When he relates everything, at the time Shamik Rishi says, Parikshit Maharaj is such a great king, and the curse which you have given for Parikshit, it is not at all good. And whatever is going to come in the upcoming years, whatever sins are going to appear, now the king is very virtuous, very wonderful, belonging to Pandava's family. He is ruling the kingdom so nicely. Even the Kali has no place in his kingdom. But the moment Parikshit Maharaj leaves this world, what will happen? There will be only sinful activities everywhere. There will be thieves, rogues, plundering the riches of the people. So then who is going to be the responsible? It is we who will be responsible because it is you who has cursed. So this family will be responsible for the upcoming disturbances in the society. Now here what happens when Parikshit Maharaj comes to his palace. He comes back at the time he is just condemning his own act. He thinks, what a that he has committed a very great fault against a Brahmana. So in this way, he was very much distressed. Niragasi, Brahmani, Buddha, Tejasi. He was very much distressed. Mahipati twatha tat karma grayam vichintayannatmakritam sudurmana aho maya nicham anarya vat kritam niragasi Brahmani Buddha Tejasi. So he is repenting that what a anarya work I have done. Aryan means one who is civilized. Anarya means it is the most heinous and uncivilized activity which I have done. And that too to a faultless Brahmana. What he was doing? He was just meditating on Lord. He was in meditation, and I have done such a anarya, uncivilized act unto him. So he was very much distressed. And then he says, due to my neglecting the injunctions of the Lord, I must certainly expect some difficulty to overcome me in the future, because I have done such a horrible work. I should get punishment. And actually, some karmic reaction is going to surely come, and I deserve it. He says, I'm deserving it. I am uncivilized and sinful. He says, Adgivarajam balamuttagosham prakopita brahma kula nalome dahatva abhadrasya punarname bhut papi yasidhir dvijadeva gobhyam. So I am an uncivilized and a sinful person. I neglected Brahminical culture. I neglected God consciousness. I neglected cow protection. So he says, I wish my kingdom, strength, riches, everything burns by the fire of Brahmana's breath. Let the Brahmana curse me. Now he doesn't, till now he has not known that Shringi Rishi has already cursed him. He himself is repenting and he is ready to accept the curse of the Brahmana. He says, let the Brahmana get angry. Let the Brahmana destroy or burn away all the riches, all the strength, because I have done a very, very uncivilized and sinful activity. So in this way, he was repenting. Sachintayan itham athasrod yatha mune sukuto sutokto nitish takshakaya. So he has got the news now. When he was repenting, he got the news that in 7 days he is going to be bitten by a snake bird. And this curse is not spoken by the sage, but in fact by the sage's son, Shringi. And how the king accepted it? Sasadumene nachirena takshaka nalam prasaktasya virakti karanam. He was so happy. He's such a sadhu purusha. He understood his mistake and he's not afraid. He's so happy. He accepts it as a good news. Oh, wonderful. For the activity what I have done, I have got a very good punishment. So in this way, now immediately he became detached to all the worldly things. He went and sat on the banks of Ganga. He gave the kingdom to his son to rule. And in this way, he became detached to all the worldly things. And now he went and sat on the banks of Ganga and he concentrated his mind in Krishna consciousness. He rejected all other practices of self-realization. It is said here, Krishnangri sevam adimanyamana upavishat prayam amartyanadyam. Amartyanadyam is Ganga. Amartya. For whoever goes to Ganga, does seva of Ganga, will never die. It is transcendental nadi. Amartyanadyam. He went and sat on the banks of Ganga and he was very happy to receive the punishment. In fact, he now concentrated his mind completely in Krishna. Now, Ganga carries the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna, because Ganga flows from the lotus feet of Krishna. Ganga sanctifies the 3 worlds. That is why Ganga is known as Tripavani. She purifies the 3 world, 3 planetary systems, and Ganga is able to reward liberation. So, freeing himself from all kinds of association attachment, he accepts the vows of the sage. At that time, there are many sages who come because on the banks of Ganga, many sages they come to do tapasya. It's a pilgrim place. Many pilgrims come there. So many of the disciples, sages with their disciples from different parts of the universe, Atri, Chavana, Sharadvan, Arishtanemi, Bhrugu, Vasishtha, Parashara, Vishwamitra, Angira, Parashuram. So all these sages, they arrived there from different parts of the world. They were not knowing, but it was a divine arrangement. It's not that WhatsApp has been put, Parikshit Maharaj has arrived there. So all the sages, please come and visit Ganga. Nothing has been put, but the divine arrangement. Every saintly people from different parts of the world, they came. And also other saintly demigods, kings, royal orders, Arunadhyas, everybody visited there. They all assembled to meet Parikshit Maharaj. Then Parikshit Maharaj received them very properly, bowed his head to the ground, Abhayar Charaja Shirsa Bhavande. That is how one should receive the sage. The moment the sages come, one should bow the head down and pay obeisances. Then all the rishis and others, demigods also appeared there. Everybody came. They all seated themselves comfortably. Then the king stood bowing with the folded hands and told them of his decision to fast until death. Now he has taken a vow that till the death I am not going to take anything. So there is Kalpa Bhedaha story also, Leela also in this. In one of the Kalpa, Parikshit Maharaj, he just sat down on the banks of Ganga near the hut, and he was in the hut and he was just waiting for the death to come. He was meditating, of course, on the Lord. In this Kalpa, in this day of Brahma, Parikshit Maharaj sat down on the banks of Ganga, received the sages very nicely, demigods, everyone, and took a vow that he will hear about the Supreme Personality of God. He just wanted to concentrate on the Supreme Personality of Godhead and hear about the Leelas of Krishna. That is what the divine arrangement is, because Srimad Bhagavatam has to be evolved. So in this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has graciously overtaken me in the form of a Brahmana's curse. So it is all divine arrangement of Krishna, he says. Due to my being too attached to family life, the Lord, in order to save me, has appeared before me in such a way that only out of fear I will detach myself from the world. Generally, we have so much of attachment to our properties and our dhana. Then divine arrangement of Krishna is, he takes away that buddhi which is towards the worldly life and engages the devotees in the service of Krishna. Yasyaham anugrahami harishyet dharam shane. So whoever Krishna has blessed, Krishna completely removes their attachment from that material life and engages that person in Krishna consciousness. So he is praying to the Brahmanas and the sages who have assembled there, please accept me as a completely surrendered soul. And also let Mother Ganga accept me as her son. Says, I have already taken the lotus feet of Krishna into my heart. Let the snake bird come and bite me at once. I only desire that you all continue singing the deeds of Lord Vishnu. So he is so eager to hear Krishna Katha from the devotees. Again and again he was offering obeisances to the Brahmanas. He says, I should again take my birth in this material world. I will have, if at all I take birth in this material world, I will have complete attachment to the unlimited Lord Krishna, association with the devotees and friendly relations with all the living entities. This is the same verse which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, Mama Janmani, Janmani, Shware Bhavatat Bhakti Rahaitu Kitu. If at all I have to take birth in this material world, O Krishna, then let me have unflinching faith in your Lordship, and also let me always have association of devotees. If this is given, then there is no fear of coming again and again in this material life. So then there is no material life for a devotee. There is always spiritual life. If you have association of devotee, if you always sing and hear the glories of Krishna, then what is material? That is why the temple is there. What is the purpose of having temple? The purpose of having temple is to give a suitable place for chanting and hearing Krishna Katha. It is a place where all the devotees can assemble and serve Krishna. So even if there is again birth in this material life, again we can pray for having association of devotees and chanting the holy name and having unlimited service towards the Supreme Personality of God. In this way, Parikshit Maharaj sat down on a seat of straw. The straw was facing the east and it was placed on the southern bank of Ganga. And he himself faced the north. Just previously, he had given charge of his kingdom to his son. Now, Parikshit Maharaj, evam chatasmin naradeva deve prayo pavishte divideva sangha prasasya dhum bhumao vyakiran prashunai muda muhurdundu bhayas chatneduhu. Now, praya upavishte means upavasa. Upavishte means upavasa. Now he has decided to fast until death. Now 7 days to go. He will not be taking any morsel of food nor even a drop of water. At that time, all the demigods, they praised Parikshit Maharaj. It is said when a devotee is chanting the holy name of Krishna, demigods, they like them very much. You don't have to particularly worship a particular demigod. It's not necessary. You worship Krishna, everyone is happy. And in pleasure, continuously what they were doing, they were scattering the flowers over the earth. And they were beating the celestial drums. Here Parikshit Maharaj is sitting, has taken the vow of fasting until the death and just praying Lord, meditating upon the lotus feet of Lord. He is not praying to protect him from death. See the difference. He is not doing any other tapasya. He is just doing the tapasya waiting for the end. But he wants to attain apavarga. That is, he wants to get liberation from this material life. He is not afraid to come back in this material world, but he wants to be engrossed in the spiritual life. So for a devotee, when the devotee is engrossed in the spiritual life, there is no question of material life. So all the sages, they were so happy. They praised the decision taken by Parikshit Maharaj and they approved what they said. Very good, wonderful. So every devotee who was assembled there, they all praised Parikshit Maharaj. They were pleased to see Parikshit Maharaj, who is a great devotee of Krishna. Yat uttama shloka guna bhirupam. So they were all praising the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the same time, sadhu, they were saying. One of the meaning of sadhu is very good, wonderful. A right decision you have taken. And they were approving. Then the chief of the sages, they said, Nava idam rajarshi varya chitram bhavat sukrishnam samanuvriteshu ye dhyasanam rajakirita dushtam jushtam sadyo jahur bhagavat parshvakamaham. The sages said, O chief of all the saintly kings, you are Raja Rishi. And in this way, it is not at all astonishing because you are Raja Rishi. You are a king, but at the same time, you are a saintly king. So it is not so much astonishing that you have given up your kingdom. Those who have the Rishi mentality, those who are saintly by nature, it is very easy for them to give up all the worldly things. So it is not so much astonishing for a sadhu to give up all the worldly things. So he says, you are Raja Rishi. Though you are Raja by your activity, but you are Rishi by your nature. That is why it is very easy for you to give up the throne, which is decorated with the helmets of many kings to achieve an association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So your intention is just to attain the mercy of Krishna, to attain the lotus feet of Krishna. Sarve vayam tabadihasmahetah kalevaram yavatasau vihaya lokam param virajastam vishokam Yasyati ayam bhagavata pradhanah. You are the foremost of all devotee, bhagavata pradhanah. You are the foremost of the devotee. And we are waiting when you will return to the supreme planet. So it is actually a celebration. That is why when a devotee leaves the body, there is festival which happens. Brahman Bhojan happens. There is a festival. Why? Everybody chants the holy name because now the devotee has gone to the supreme abode to worship Krishna. That is why the material rituals doesn't apply for a pure devotee. Pure devotee's body is also not considered as inauspicious. People come to take darshan of the pure devotee's body because that body has been utilized in the service of Krishna. And immediately there is Brahman Bhojan and there is wonderful gathering and there is nice glorification of the devotee which happens from every senior devotees. So in this way, there is a festival which happens. Now here also they are saying, we are waiting. They are not saying, oh, you will be dying. Nothing. There's no death for a devotee. What they are saying, we are happy. We are waiting. When you are going to go to the supreme abode to serve Krishna. And supreme abode is free from all the Akalevaram Yavadaso Vihaya Lokam Param Virajasakam Vishokam. There is no shoka there. It is completely free from all the shoka. So we will be very happy. We are waiting when you are going to go back to Godhead. So in this way, whatever the sages were speaking, that was so sweet to hear. Or somebody says, oh, we are waiting for you to go. How it is horrible to hear. Even in the material life, if somebody is dying and you go and tell, yes, we are waiting for your death. It sounds very horrible, isn't it? That person will beat you. He will tell, please don't call this person here. But here it is contrary. Here, Parishat Maharaj is waiting to go back to Godhead. He says, even if Lord sends me back here, let him give me his service. And all the sages are blessing him. Oh, wonderful, we are waiting that when you are going to go back to Godhead, the supreme abode, where there is no lamentation. So in this way, the words of the sages were so wonderful to hear and full of meaning. Actually, it is full of meaning. And it was properly presented also. It is not said that you die soon. No, it is not death for a devotee. It is going to the supreme abode. One is leaving this place and going to a higher and transcendental place. So after hearing them, Parikshit Maharaj, he, desiring to hear the activities of Lord, congratulated the sages. He said, oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your wonderful blessings. Because you're so happy to hear. They were saying that you are the best of the devotees. And you have all the qualification to go back home, back to Godhead. Hearing this, immediately he was so happy. And then he says, all of you have assembled here from different parts of the world. You are so wonderful. You are knowledge personified. He says the knowledge which is residing in above the three worlds, Satyalokaha, above the three worlds. Consequently, you are always good to everyone. You don't have any interest in this life or in the next life. That in this way, Parikshit Maharaj is speaking to the sages. You all are so wonderful that your every word is meaningful. Now, please let me know what is my immediate duty. Now, see, he has sat down, giving up all his material duties, and is asking the sages, what should be my immediate duty? So there are two types of duties. One is Arthika Dharma, one is Paramarthika Dharma. Everyone in this material world are engrossed in their Arthika Dharma, trying to improve their material status. Paramarthika Dharma is the activity done for Krishna. So we all have got a wonderful opportunity to serve Krishna. That is making Thane Jagannath Center. Now to temple, isn't it? It is just a center now. Now to make a temple means engrossing oneself in Paramarthika Dharma. So much of Arthika Dharma we have done, isn't it? We have made our houses, we have made our ornaments, we have married, we have picked out children, we have given a nice place to our children. So many things we have done in our life. This is an opportunity to do service to Krishna. Now, Parikshit Maharaj is asking, What is my immediate duty? Now, which duty has been asked by Parikshit Maharaj? That is Paramarthika Dharma. Now tell me of the unalloyed duty of everyone in all circumstances. Now he's asking not only tell about my immediate duty, but also very nicely describe what should be the duty of everyone in all the circumstances, and especially of those who are dying. Nowadays, everybody is afraid of this corona. And on top of that, doctors are also fearing them. Now, the latest is even if you don't cough, if you have loose motion, that is also corona. Now, just see, because the vaccine has to go now. So, everything is corona. Headache, corona. Body ache, corona. Loose motion, corona. So, what is actually corona? Bhagavad Bhakti corona. Corona, what? Too much of corona. And on top of that, our devotees are so expert to send some stupid messages heard from somebody and telling that I have corona. My body is so weak. Actually, mentally, when a person becomes weak, when the mentally becomes weak, automatically body also becomes weak. Actually, body has all the strength. If the mind is strong, body is strong. If mind is not strong, body automatically weakens. Just go on thinking what will happen to me at the time of death. And just have that fear, immediately your body will become weak. But if you are prepared for that examination called death, now Parikshit Maharaj is not weak. Parikshit Maharaj has become more strong. What is he saying? What should be my duty? He says, he's not crying, oh, I got a curse, I'm going to die in 7 days. Nothing. What is he saying? And on top of that, sages have told, we are waiting for your death. They did not say you are waiting for the death, we are waiting for you to go back to supreme abode. But still, Parikshit Maharaj is saying, so wonderful. Please let me know what is my immediate duty. And also, please please describe about the duty of everyone in every circumstances. And on top of that, at the time of death, what should be one's duty? At that time, Vyasa's son, powerful son, Sukadeva Goswami appears there. Sukadeva Goswami is disinterested in anything, in everything. He is just satisfied within himself because he is a pure devotee of Krishna. It is said he did not manifest any symptoms of belonging to any social order or status of life. He was surrounded with women and children, and he dressed as if others had neglected him. The son of Vyasa was just 16 years old. So 16 years boy, how smart he is. His legs, hands, thighs, arms, they were all delicately formed, just Yauvan Avastha. His eyes was very beautiful, and nose and ears were highly raised. He was having a very attractive face. His neck was well formed, beautiful like a conch shell. So Sukadeva Goswami's beautiful bodily figure has been described. Tam Dyastavarnam Varsham Sukumara Padakorura Bhavam Saha Kapola Gatram Charavaya Shodasaha Tulya Karna Subhravanam Kambuju Sujata Kantham. So in this way, Parikshit Maharaj is glorified. He was blackish, but he was very beautiful due to his youth. So the color doesn't matter, whether you are fair or whether you are black. But if you have sharp features, then you are very wonderful, especially if you are devotee of Krishna. In every bodily features, you are very beautiful. It said he was very pleasing to women. Though he tried to cover his natural glories, the great sages present there were all expert in the art of physiognomy, and so they honored him by raising from their seats. The moment Sukadeva Goswami came, see all elderly Parashuram, Vishwamitra, all elderly sages and all were present. But moment Sukadeva Goswami came, he's just 16 years boy. How old are you? 16 years boy. When 16 years boy came, all the sages got up from their seat, folded their hands and welcomed him. So Parikshit Maharaj, Sa Vishnurato Atithaya Tasmai Saparya Shirasa Jahara Tato Nivritta Hi Abudha Striyo Arbhaka Mahasane Sopa Vivesh pujitaha. So Parikshit Maharaj is known as Vishnu Rata. Vishnu Rata means one who is always protected by Vishnu. Even in the womb, Krishna protected him. In every kalpa, Parikshit Maharaj is protected either by Krishna or by Krishna's primary portion. In this kalpa, in this day of Brahma, Krishna himself protected Parikshit. That is why here it is written Vishnu Rataha. Vishnu Rata means one who cannot be stopped from entering anywhere and everywhere. Lord Krishna can enter everywhere. Now he bowed his head and received this wonderful guest, Sukadev Goswami. Now, some women and boys were following Sukadev Goswami. They all left and went away. Receiving respect from all, Sukadev Goswami took his exalted seat. Sambratas tatra mahan mahiyasam Brahma Rishi Raja Rishi Deva Rishi Sangahi Verochalatalam Bhagavan Yathendu Graharkshatara Nikarahi Paritaha. Now all were surrounded. Now Sukadeva Goswami was surrounded by saintly sages, Brahma Rishi, Raja Rishi, Deva Rishis, everybody, demigods, just as moon is surrounded by the stars, planets, and heavenly bodies. His presence was so gorgeous, and he was respected by everyone. Now Sukadeva Goswami sat perfectly pacified, intelligent, and very ready to answer any questions without hesitation. Now great devotee Parikshit Maharaj approached him, offered obeisances, and politely inquired with him. Parikshit says, Parikshit uvacha aho adyavayam brahman satsevaya shatrabandhavah kripayatiti rupena bhavadbhis tirthakaha krutaham. O Brahmana, by your mercy, you have purified us. Your presence itself has purified us. So your presence making us like unto places of pilgrimage by your presence here as my guest. So you have sanctified all of us. You have sanctified all of us here refers to you are now seated in everyone's heart. And in this way, you have made every heart as a place of pilgrimage. Whoever is blessed by great sages, they themselves are the places of pilgrimage. By your mercy, we who are but unworthy royalty become eligible to serve the devotee. So even to get the qualification to serve the devotee requires Acharya's mercy. So the Acharya's mercy is there, then only a person can serve Lord and his devotees. It is not so easy to get the service of Krishna. Sometimes we get puffed up or we think, oh, we are the only ones who are serving Krishna. No, we are chosen by Lord. And it is our privilege that we are chosen by Krishna. So whoever gets this opportunity to serve Krishna, understand that is mercy of Krishna. Whoever has its inclination to serve Krishna at all circumstances, he is chosen soul of Krishna. Now in this way, just by remembering you, Yesham samsmaranat pumsam satyah shuddhyanti vahigraha, just by remembering you, Sukadeva Goswami, our houses instantly becomes purified. What to speak of seeing you, touching you, washing your feet, offering you a seat in our home, just by remembering Sukadeva Goswami. Every day in the Bhagavatam Pranam Mantra, Bhagavatam second chapter, if you read, there is a wonderful Pranam Mantra for Sukadeva Goswami. Whoever chants Pranam Mantra of Sukadeva Goswami, by remembering Sukadeva Goswami, his house is completely purified. What to speak of then? Hearing from him, directly getting service of him. Now, who is Sukadeva Goswami? Parrot of Srimati Radharani. So that is why Sukha means parrot of Srimati Radharani. So then, it says, Lord Krishna, who is very dear to the sons of Pandu, has accepted me as one of those relatives just to please his great cousins and brothers. Otherwise, how is it that you have voluntarily appeared here? It is all divine arrangement of Krishna that you have come here. And then he says, you are the spiritual master of all great saints and devotees. Atha prachami samsiddhim yoginam paramam gurum. You are guru for everyone. You are guru for great devotees. You are guru for the great saints. Purushasya he yat karyam mriyamanasya sarvatah. Now please tell me how to perfect my life. And you also guide everyone what is the perfection of life, especially for one who is about to die. There are so many people who are about to die. So many. Now 40,000 cases of corona is there. That means what? About to die. No? That is already they are dead. How? Mentally they are dead. So what is the duty of each and every one? And even if those who are not having corona, they are just thinking about corona and dying every day. There is a fear of death in each and everyone's heart. So that is why we should not think, okay, this person is dying, what is his duty? Well, I'm still going to live, then what is my duty? Everyone, this examination known as death is going to come. So then what should be my duty? Why am I wasting my time? I should chant the holy name very sincerely. So he says, please let me know what a man should hear, chant, remember and worship. And also what he should not do. Please explain all this to me. What is he asking? What should he chant? Because he knows in this Kali Yuga, now Kali Yuga is going to approach. Just see what a divine arrangement that Krishna is making. Parikshit asked this question. What should he hear? What should he chant? And whom should he remember? And whom should he worship? That means in Kali Yuga, there will be a fight for all these things. Whom should be worshipped? Somebody says, worship one. Somebody worship this, worship that form. And then there will be a fight in the mantras also. Which mantra should be chanted? That's why he's asking, Yashotavyam yatho atho japyam yat krutyam nirbhihi prabho smartavyam bhajaniyam va bruhi yadva viparyayam. Please explain to me what he should do, what he should not do. In that also what he should do, whom he should remember, what he should chant. Nunam bhagavato brahman gruheshu gruhamedinam na lakshyate hi avasthanam api godohanam kvachit. You hardly go to anyone's house. Parikshit Maharaj, as soon as he was born the age of 16. That means he appeared in this world at the age of 16 because he did not want to come out of the womb of Javali, wife of Vyasa. On the request of Vyasa, he comes because Vyasa promises nothing is going to happen to him. In fact, because of Sukadeva Goswami, the whole world will be delivered. So please come out. And then his request, Vyasa's request, Sukadeva Goswami comes from the womb of Javali. As soon as he comes, he just runs, and Vyasa runs behind him. Putreti, putreti. Please come back, please come back. And then Vyasa gives him Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. He teaches the whole Bhagavatam in nutshell in 4 verses, which we do ahuti every yajna. So now, Sukadeva Goswami, after receiving this Chaturshloki Bhagavatam, goes to Hastinapur. There he visits houses. He does not stay long. He just stays to that extent. He said, you stay in the houses of men long enough to milk a cow. How much time it takes to milk a cow, that much time he used to be there in that house. And what he used to do, he used to give the principles of religion. He used to teach them the principles of religion. He said, the king thus spoke and questioned the sage using sweet languages. Now Vyasa's son, who knew the principles of religion, began his reply. Thus ends 19th chapter, because after this, what is a reply? What should be done by a person? What are his duties? Whom should he worship? And what he should do at the time of quitting the body. So in this way, Parikshit Maharaj is going to reply. So Sukadeva Goswami is going to reply. Parikshit Maharaj glorifies Sukadeva Goswami, saying that you only stay in a particular house, or you visit the particular house, stay there for some time till the time is calculated, like how much time takes for milking a cow, that much time you stay there and teach people Bhagavad Dharma, because you are a great devotee and you are teaching devotion. So you also teach me what I should do, what are my duties,
and also teach to the whole world what should be their duties, especially the duties for the person who is about to quit the body. So here we stop. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So any questions?